morning. I am at the court and there's nobody here. The earlier you go, the less people there are going to be, and probably depends what day of the week it is. It's Thursday. I think Thursdays are less popular to go to the park. This morning I'm going to start by learning how to spin a basketball on your finger. And I watched some tutorials, and all of them have many things, the similar things in common. So here are some of the steps that all of them have. Most of them have. So the first thing you do is you want to be comfortable holding the ball with a little bit of a gap between the ball and your palm, and it's called the finger pass hold. So this is a finger pass hold, and you want to be able to hold the ball, and to practice this you can twist a ball in your hand. You can be sitting on the couch doing this. You can be sitting at the kitchen table. No, I wouldn't recommend that if it's at dinner time. But you could be sitting just about anywhere, sitting on the lawn, just holding the ball and practicing that grip and twisting your hand. So the first step is learning to control the ball. And the second step is to flick your hand. Step back a little bit, because if the ball falls on the camera, that could be not so cool. But flick your hand and spinning the ball in on your hand. So the second step is to spin the ball in your hand, and what you want to do is spin the ball towards you. I've seen some people spin it away from them. I'm sure that you could learn it both ways. So you want to spin the ball towards you and practice doing that. And the biggest thing is that this just is something that will take a lot of practice and learning the muscles. And so once you've spun it in your hand and gotten comfortable with that, one of the things that you want to aim for and focus on is the axis of the ball, and that's the center of gravity. And so you want to try and land this where you're going to be spinning it. You'll be spinning it on that axis. And so that will probably take a lot of practice too. So the next thing you want to do is to spin it in the air. Spin it in the air and try to catch it on the axis. And you want to try and spin it evenly. And then the next thing is to spin it onto your finger, and so you're going to spin the ball up in the air and let it land on your finger. And when you spin it, you want to go down with the ball to brace the impact of the ball. One of the tutorials said that you can use your thumb for support, because your finger's gonna need muscle strength, believe it or not. And one of the best things to do, you could spin it on the tip of your finger or on your fingernail, but the finger is going to have a little more friction and not spin as well. So most people like to spin it on their fingernail. And so you're going to make it land. You can kind of support it with your thumb when you're first learning. I'm not sure if I coordinated enough to do that. I might just go straight to the finger. But who knows? I might have enough finger muscle playing the piano, so that just might do it for me. So throwing it in the air, spinning it in the air, and having it land on your finger. that's how you spin a ball on your finger. And the last thing is to practice. Just to practice all those skills, practice getting the ball control, practice the spinning, practice spinning it on the axle, practice throwing it in the air, tossing it in the air, and catching it, and it's a flick of the wrist. Because the faster the ball is spinning, the easier it will be to balance. And the slower it goes, the less it will balance. So it's harder to balance if it's going slow. So you have to practice that flick. So that's the way to spin a ball on your finger. And I'm going to practice that every day so that I can get really good at it. And you can do tricks with it. You can spin it underneath your leg, you can spin it behind your back, you can spin it underneath your arm like this and roll it on it. Yeah. So I'm going to practice that so I can do some tricks. There's one tutorial where this lady, she says spinning the ball is not a skill or a technical skill to play basketball. It's just a way to show off. But she said, so dribbling is for playing and spinning is for showing off. But I think there's something to say when someone has mastered those skills, and it's fun to do these showy skills and tricks because it shows whoever's on the court that you know what you're doing. And so that's cool, and I'm gonna practice that. So now I'm going to take the next little bit to practice shooting baskets, and that's what I'll do for my workout. Well, I'm not making a whole lot of baskets, but I'm getting my practice in, and I'm trying to practice my form. And so I'll continue to work out on the court here, and then afterwards go home and take a shower. Remember to practice. That's what makes all the difference. See you tomorrow.